viewers, and welcome to MMB Airgun Review. On the review table today, we have the Allen Accutrak shooting rest. Picked this up at Walmart, 38 bucks. I actually had an opportunity to use one of these a few weeks back at the range. Somebody brought, and I kind of liked it. I kind of liked the design. It was easier to get into the rifle over versus the Caldwell version. And the price isn't bad. I haven't been into this yet, and as you know, on this channel, we do things together and we do things real. We keep it real, so we're going to get in this together and see how it goes together, and if there's anything that I should tell you. So let's get right to it. I need a sip of coffee first. It's early in the morning, and it is a whooping. Let's see what we got for temperature out today. It is a whooping 5 degrees Fahrenheit right now in beautiful Watertown, New York. Yeah. It's getting old quickly, but I'm still going to try to make it out today to get some shooting impressions done for the Sig Sauer Virtus, and maybe if it'll even work in the cold. I don't even know if I recommend using a chronograph in that extreme cold, but maybe it'll warm up a little bit. We have a lot of weather fluctuations around here, severe fluctuations up and down. So without any further ado, let's get to this unboxing. All right. I will tell you that completed, I'm not sure what it weighs, but it isn't bad. It's not too heavy, it's not too light. I think it's just about just right. Let's get into it. Trying to bring you guys content every day if I can. Time permitting and family allowing. All right, so it's a nice polymer, plastic polymer ABS is what they use. This is nice for the bus stock. This is actually pretty soft. It's not going to scratch up anything. And of course we have our nuts and our bolts, and we have this. This is actually a nice piece of steel. Definitely not aluminum, too heavy to be aluminum, and this is also steel. Looks like it's powder coated and a decent job done on it. So let's get this box outside. Let's read this box and I'll give you exactly what it says. It says over molded support head. Okay, adjustable windage and elevation, fine elevation adjusting and locking screw, precision level adjustment knobs, heavy duty metal spine, and a rubber rear support. And this again is the Allen, A-L-L-E-N, Accutrak shooting rest. And I did pick this up at Walmart, my local Walmart, for $38. I don't think that that's pretty bad of a price. 38 bucks for something that you're going to use, well, that I'll be using all the time, instead of trying to fight over the ones that are at the range that they have set up there. Okay, so here are all our nuts and bolts. And how I put things together usually is just look at the picture. Yeah, I'm not a directions follower. I'm a man. That's what we do, right? So, this side is going to go towards us, apparently. And if I have to refer to directions, we will. I don't have a problem with that. But, first things first, we're going to take this. And judging by this, it goes like this. There we go. Elevation, adjustment, and locking knob. Pretty cool. Okay, there we go. So that's going in there like so. Yes. So that means these three, and I am going to look at the directions to make sure I am correct on this. So we have three that are the same length and two that are not. So there's two that are the same. So this is the long one. This is going down, and it has a washer. And it's going down from the top. There we are. And two of these should be the same. Three of them maybe. There we go. And there is this. And I believe they gave me a wrench to tighten this, and they did. So that's pretty nifty. So let's get on there. It is a lock nut. So apparently, I was hoping they had this so it would kind of break down a little bit, but apparently once it's together, it's together. but it is adjustable for the length of pull. So I say length of pull, length of it, length of travel, length of adjustment on the center brace. There we go. Now it's going to give this a good snug. I'm sure it will loosen up later on. Anyhow, that's how they work, right? There we are. And there is that. No washers on these here, apparently. And these actually are threaded right here. So, okay, so this is a two-bolt system. That's why. So it's not adjustable. I was wrong. It appeared to be adjustable. So, and of course, it says on the box, molded shooting rest. Rifles not included. For those of you who really think a rifle would be included. Can't believe they'd actually have to put that on the box. But apparently, actually, I do believe it. Some of the comments I've gotten, I do believe it. That they would have to put that on the box. All right. Get that down here. I just like the minuscule design of this. It's not overbearing. It's not thick. It's not wide. And then we have these that go underneath. These have, like I said, these are lock nuts. So even though, and this is a nice just a feature, I guess, in case they back out on you on the top, which I can't picture them doing, to tell you the truth. But you never know. I guess you never know. I guess. But hopefully my mistakes will save you guys your mistakes when you put it together. Because if you're like me and you don't read directions, yes, I don't recommend that you don't read directions. But usually you can figure out quicker than by the time it takes you to read something. So usually things are pretty self-explanatory. And these do have, just so you know, they do have thread lock on them too. So they actually, the company actually took care to actually put some thread lock on their bolts. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't see that a lot. So they actually care a little bit. So far, so good. There's our rest. Where do we go from here? Well, apparently, we have this. And then we have a mechanism that locks it in place. So this is obviously going to screw into this hole that is over here. There's some sort of lock, so let's make sure we get this right. And this is obviously going here. I guess it just sits there by the looks of it. And this is actually, yes, so this is grooved for the lock. This must be yes, it screws onto this part. Okay, so there's our quick, get that down here. That makes things pretty nice. Look at this. See that go up and down nicely? It's pretty nifty. But is it straight? Yes, it is straight. It's just weird optical illusion my way, but yes, it is straight. So then we just screw this. Show you what I'm doing here. We screw this in, and this will actually set it to your front elevation that you would like once you feel that set a little bit here. There we are. I just got a little bit snug. There's that. Then apparently, this backrest they have, I'm going to make sure I got this right. This part goes forward, and this is just like a piece of rubber. So this is actually a pretty decent setup. The amount of elevation that they have on this right here, You know, realistically, you could set up something where you had this mounted and bolted down to a bench if you needed it to be. But how's it look with a rifle on it? Well, let's put the Black Ops in it, see if it fits it. Pretty nice, right? Pretty nice. That works out pretty good. Okay. So, one thing I do wish, I wish they had an elevation adjustment for the back. But it is just the front. But let's check out that. Let's see if we can get the, see how quick this is. Let's loosen this up and get this gun on a, like a flat trajectory. So this is a pretty quick little system they got here. I like this. Like I said, I used one of these a few weeks ago. I was pretty impressed with this. There's our flat trajectory. It's pretty flat. Okay. So, I don't mean to point this at you guys. Let's get this box out of the way. Move these tools out of the way. And as any of you follow the channel know, I am a ambidextrous shooter, but I prominently shoot left. And I just like to see something here. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that is very, 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 very nice. Hello, neighbors. So I like this part right here. Get it right on target, nice and smooth. This is going to come in very, very handy. See how easy this is to turn and elevate the gun? Very easy to turn and elevate the gun. Oh, wow. Very nice. I'm impressed with it. And I thought the height would be, it works for me. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm coming into here, it's right into my shoulder perfectly. So I think this might work for you guys too. What do you think? The Allen shooting rest, 38 bucks, Walmart. Can't beat it. All right, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. But that's not all. Stay right there, and I will be right back. All right, so this is something that I picked up if you watched my video from the other day. I went into my local Dick's Sporting Goods and picked up the Caldwell Shooting Ultimate Target Stand. It appears, I'm going to give you some information on this because this is another new one to me, but I'm honestly sick of using the Range's target setups that they got. They're not that great, and I'd like to bring my own, set up my own targets and not have to worry about using maybe wait for somebody else's target that they're shooting. So, this has an says extra large backer board, easily holds 2 16 by 16 targets. Okay, cool. Metal center support helps keep the target backer securely in place while in use and easily removable for storage. It has an integrated storage compartment that is handy for holding your extra staples, target pasters, etc. Removable stabilizer provides extra front to back stability from the wind. So that's pretty cool because it spikes into the ground. And open cavity area allows the user to apply foot pressure to drive it into the ground. So basically it's like driving in a stake for a tent. Now this also can be set up to use standard 2x4 to create a shooting gallery. In other words, you use one on each side, you put the 2x4 in between it, and you can set up whatever targets you want in the middle, which is also pretty awesome. And durable, like I said, durable spikes that penetrate the ground and hold it easily. So let's open this and set it up a little bit. I do not have a 2x4 here, but maybe we can set it up and put a target on it and see exactly what this product entails, because that's what we're all about here. We want to know. We want to know what's good, what's bad, and after we use it, is it good, is it bad? So let's unbox it. And no, I'm not using a knife on these because they're so thick, and these scissors are super sharp. So let's take this apart. Hopefully got more up top here. If I can get to it. There we are. Okay. And what do we have? Is there anything in this package, or is it just a backing? What is this? I'm not even sure, but let's see. I don't really know. I'm going to set that to the side because there might be something in there that we need. So, how exactly does this target stand work? That is the question. So let's pull this out. We have this, and we have this. Okay, so there's a little bit of a something that I did not read on this. I assumed, this is why I do this, to save you that you don't have to. They show this on the back. Now this was around 25 bucks. And they showed this on the back, and I flipped it over. Of course, you all take a quick peek and we go, oh wow. You see that or not? We say, oh wow, we can set it up like this, right? They're advertising this. But you read the small print, it says you gotta purchase 2 of them. So Caldwell, that's kind of a little bit shady. I shouldn't have to stand in the store and totally read all this when you're showing what it does on the back. Apparently everything else is what it does, but that isn't. So a little upsetting on that point, and you do get a star taken off for that. That's a bit of, I would say, unethical practice to advertise something like that and show it like that on the back. You should have left that picture right off. That should have been included inside the package for add-on features, not, hey, look, it does this, and then have to go down to the small print. That should not have to do that in the store. So, my eyes, that's manipulative practice, but how's the target set up? So here's these, and these should be spikes. I'm going to take it. Yes, these are spikes. There is our little thing to drive it into the ground. And then we have this here. And the thing is, too, I probably never would have used that 2x4 thing part anyhow. But had I have known, maybe I would have purchased the other one. You know what I mean? Or is that just, I don't know. It's one of those things. So, they don't really give us any directions with it. So we're just going to look at the back, and we're going to see how this slides in. So apparently, this comes off the side. I got little pins. I'm taking it. That's going to hold the target. How do they have it? So we got the Jordan here, long in here. So this is going in like so. My lighting just changed. I apologize. So there's that there. And don't get me wrong, I love this idea for sure. But I'm just not happy about being kind of deceived. I really don't like being deceived. So here we have that. And then our targets would obviously go on that. But I guess they're talking about reshooting these. This is how they're doing this, but this isn't going to last very long now, is it, if you're shooting through it? You see what I'm saying here, right? Yeah. So, apparently, we can use cardboard, whatever we need to use. This is the setup that we use. So this is going to be kind of stuck into here. And this isn't a target setup that I expected it to be. Honestly, I expected it to be designed a little better than this. But that's just me. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm not a big Caldwell fan because I kind of have issues with their stuff, period. But there's their setup right there. And as you can see, it's pretty cool. I mean, it'll serve the purpose. You can put your targets on it. Okay, so I got an important note on the Caldwell target. So I looked in the compartment, which is probably what I should have did when I unboxed it, but we keep it real, right? So I didn't look. I looked in the compartment. They do have a centerpiece that goes onto the target, which I'm going to show you in a second. That kind of holds the backboard up a little better, and it has these little clips that go on top. I'm going to give you my thoughts on this. Does make it a little better, but it can be a bit of a pain also. So let's go over real quickly. And I'm sorry to have ended this video and then had to start it again. But let's go over real quickly and I'll show you this setup. And you guys can give me your opinions. So here's a setup here. And I really wish that I could give this to you better. You know what? Let me do this. Let me get out of the way and show you the system. So here it is right here. Okay? There we go. So we get this little piece right here that holds it. And we have these little clips up top here and here that hold the ridges to hold them taut and straight in the back. Which is nice because you can put your target on there. Now you have a target that holds. You might have to do something on the bottom if you have any wind where they don't blow. But at least it's better. And you can see this accommodates some pretty big targets if you need it to. Now, problem is these backboards right here, and maybe this is another part of one of my gripes. One gripe was this centerpiece right here did not want to clip on. I actually had to use a pair of pliers and clamp it on. Was a pain in the ass, but I did it. So I'm just going to use this, keep this target pretty much set up, and before I ever go out to the range, I figure I'd set it up first. But these backboards right here, not a bad idea if you could purchase more. I didn't see any with the target, so Caldwell, maybe you should make these available. Maybe you do have them available, but if you do, you should sell them in the same stores that buy your target setup for sure, so we can replace these, because this is not going to last very long with the amount of shooting that we do. That, and guys, for that price, include another plastic side so we can make use, or at least, you know, we don't need this entire setup up top to utilize this bottom piece. Of course, the 2x4 goes in right here. We don't need this whole setup up top. We just need another one of these. So even if you had to upcharge it $5, hell, even 10, it would have been worth, you know, the while. But for you to show it on the box set up with a 2x4 in between, when that's not possible with buying this and making us have to read the small print in the store while shopping, I mean, not a lot of us do that. Well, I glanced over and said, oh, this is great. I assumed that these were thinner and there was 2 of them. And I could have done that, but obviously it's not. So my 2 gripes are that. Make these backboards available, at least. And at least take that picture off the back of the box. And keep it in the directions, which it did have these extra pieces. And this, I did show you guys, but this is the compartment. It does have a nice little compartment where you can store your a few things in here if you need to, maybe even a few pellets, or if you need to, or whatever, clips to hold the target, whatever you need. So your clips that actually hold these ridges together, and that's what they say that they're for, but I used it to put the target on also. They're all in here, and your directions are in there also. So I hope this explained a little more to you guys about this target system. Still, knowing what I know now, would I buy it? I don't know, honestly. I guess if I say I don't know, then I probably wouldn't, because I assumed I was getting the complete setup. But it will serve its purpose. Let me get some chance to actually use it, and then I will tell you for sure. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.